In this video, I will demonstrate how to convert MicroStation graphics to civil geometry. With a lot of agencies making the switch to OpenRoads Designer to more feature-based elements, there will be times where we need to bring forward legacy content possibly that was developed back in Select Series that utilizes MicroStation graphics. So here I have a file that I brought forward from Select Series. Everything in this file is MicroStation graphics. And what I want to do is convert it all to civil geometry. Reasons why I may want to do this, there's a lot of additional functionality that comes with utilizing civil geometry versus MicroStation graphics. I get a little bit more flexibility with changing lengths of lines, changing radiuses of arcs. I also get more flexibility with things like annotation. So if any of the feature definitions I want to apply to my MicroStation graphics contain an annotation group that's associated to that feature definition, then I can also use the element annotation tool to annotate the graphics themselves once they've been converted. So we can see in this file I've got a lot of right-of-way line work that was again brought forward from Select Series. We can see here that this line in particular right here is just a MicroStation graphic. This graphic happens to be on a level called right-of-way line existing. So what I want to do is I want to find the corresponding feature definition that I would use in place here. So I'm going to navigate over to my feature definition toggle bar and see if I can find a right-of-way feature definition for existing right-of-way lines. So if I navigate into my folder here, I will see an existing folder. And right-of-way existing, there's the feature definition right there. So any graphic, any linear or arc graphic that is embedded in my file currently that's on the level right-of-way underscore line dash existing, I want to convert those graphics to this right-of-way existing feature definition so that it's feature-based. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my element selection tool to assist in converting these graphics. So I'm going to go ahead and select my element selection tool, and then I'll select the extended settings here. And what this is going to allow me to do is select the level itself by selecting the level tab here. So I can navigate through the list of levels and find the right-of-way line existing level. And once I select that, it'll select any graphic in my file that's utilizing that level currently. And we do have to be a little bit careful with this, and I'll explain why here in just a second. So right-of-way line existing is the level I want to find here. So there's the level itself. So I'll go ahead and left click to select that level. And we'll notice that when I do that, it's going to select any graphic. Keep in mind, any graphic that's utilizing that current level. So if I want to convert all my linear graphics, I need to make sure that I only have lines and arcs selected and I don't have any point geometry selected or anything like that. So it's going to be in my benefit to check some of these other tabs here, my element selection tool, specifically the element type. So we can see here I've got arc, complex chain, and line. So it's probably a safe bet that I only have lines and arcs and complex chains selected, and I don't actually have any point geometry selected or anything like that. So from here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is convert these MicroStation graphics over to civil geometry. I'm going to do so by navigating to the General Tools group in the Geometry tab of the OpenRoads Modeling Workflow. I'm going to come over to the Design Elements drop-down here, and I'm going to select this tool here called Create Civil Rule Feature. This tool is going to allow me to convert MicroStation graphics to civil geometry. So I'll go ahead and select that tool, and then I'll navigate to my feature definition drop-down here, and we can see that I will find that feature definition for existing right-of-way lines under my linear folder, a right-of-way folder, my existing folder, and then right-of-way existing. So once I get the feature definition selected, I can come out to the screen here, and I will receive a prompt at my cursor telling me to data point to create civil feature for 41 selected elements. So all 41 of these elements are going to get converted from MicroStation graphics to civil geometry. So I'll go ahead and left click to accept. And once I'm finished, I can go ahead and select some of the elements that I know have been converted. And we can see here that this element in particular that I selected earlier is no longer a MicroStation graphic, but better yet, it's civil geometry. So what I would do is I would continue to just go through my file here and select different levels, different elements, things of that nature, and go ahead and convert those over to civil geometry.